We are shifting our focus now. Major update coming in: 272 eminent citizens consisting of 16 judges, 123 retired bureaucrats including 14 ambassadors and 133 retired armed forces officers have written an open letter condemning the leader of the opposition Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party's attempts to tarnish constitutional bodies like the Election Commission of India. Joining me live on the broadcast is my colleague Sambhav Sharma with more details on this. Sambhav, this is an open letter written by very prominent people. Could you take us through the details of that letter?
Well, yes, absolutely. We have the copy of the dignitaries who have written this letter to the Election Commission of India, and I also have worked with few of them. These 272 eminent citizens, many of them are former judges of Supreme Court and various high courts of the country. Also, many retired bureaucrats, ambassadors, retired army officers, armed force officers. They have written an open letter to an open letter condemning the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, and Congress party's attempt to, in a way, allegedly tarnish constitutional bodies like Election Commission. See, in the backdrop of the Special Intensive Revision SIR exercise, it's been questioned by the opposition parties, especially the Congress party and the leader of opposition. And that is why this letter, 272 eminent citizens consisting of 16 judges, 123 retired bureaucrats have written this letter and in an attempt to tarnish the constitutional body Election Commission.
Absolutely, Sambhav. Also, in that letter, they have stated various things, including they have said that some political leaders, instead of offering genuine policy alternatives, they are involved in theatrical political strategy, and they are obviously referring to Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, and all the theatrics that have been involved with the vote chori and all those allegations. Sambhav.
If I talk about the list of signatories, it's Justice Hemant Gupta, who is the former judge of the Supreme Court, Justice S.N. Dhingla, former judge of the Delhi High Court, and there are many other former judges of the Allahabad High Court like Karam Chand Puri, and also a former judge of the Madhya Pradesh High Court, D.K. Paliwal, former judge of the Delhi High Court, Vivek Sharma, former Raw Chief Sanjeev Tripathi, and former IPS officer, a former director of NIA, Yogesh Chandra Modi, among others, are the signatories to this particular letter, in a way questioning the leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi's attempt to question the Election Commission and its especially in the backdrop of SIR exercise, Special Intensive Revision exercise, which is being conducted in 12 states after it was conducted in Bihar, and Bihar polls successfully conducted after SIR exercise. And this particular, if we talk about Special Intensive Revision exercise and questioning Election Commission, various opposition parties questioned Election Commission in the Supreme Court of India when the hearing happened before the two-judge bench of the Supreme Court, where Justice Surikant and Jaimala Bakshi heard the arguments on not just of the opposition parties but also of the Election Commission of India, where Election Commission of India has a voice, strongly proposed for a special intensive exercise and the revision of the electoral rolls, and said that under Article 324 of Indian Constitution, they have the right for the electoral revision, which they are doing. They are conducting, the Election Commission is conducting. On the other hand, it's been questioned by various opposition parties, saying that it will exclude the poor and marginalized from the from the electoral roll, and it will impact the electoral process, free and fair election process in the country. So this was the part of the here. I mean, this is what happened in the hearing when the matter was before the Supreme Court. However, there is a date where the Supreme Court will
Stay
again
on
hear
with
the
me,
matter.
Samba, stay on. In fact, NewsX has accessed the letter that has been written by the civil society members, and the letter reads, "We, the senior citizens of civil society, express our grave concern that India's democracy is under assault, not by force, but by a rising tide of venomous rhetoric directed towards its foundational institutions. Some political leaders, instead of offering genuine policy alternatives, resort to provocative but unsubstantiated accusations in their theatrical political strategy. After their attempts to tarnish the Indian Armed Forces by questioning their valor and accomplishments, and the judiciary by questioning its fairness, Parliament and its constitutional functionaries, now it is the turn of the Election Commission of India to face systematic and conspirational attacks on its integrity and reputation. The leader of opposition, Lok Sabha, has repeatedly attacked the Election Commission, declaring that he has open and shut proof that the Election Commission is involved in vote theft, and claimed that he has 100% proof, using unbelievably uncouth rhetoric, that what he has found is an atom bomb, and when it explodes, the EC would have no place to hide. He has also issued threats that whoever in the Election Commission is involved in this exercise, right from top to bottom, he will not spare them. According to him, ECI is indulging in treason. He has gone on record to threaten that if CEC or the ECS are retired, he will hound them. Yet despite such scathing accusation, there has been no formal complaint filed by him, along with the prescribed sworn affidavit, to escape his accountability for levelling unsubstantiated allegations and threatening public servants in performance of their duty. Joining us on the broadcast is Ambassador Deepak Bora, former diplomat. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. We appreciate your time. We want to understand, this is an open letter by civil society members clearly stating that the leader of the opposition is attacking constitutional bodies, is attacking the defense services, is attacking the judiciary, which is unsubstantiated. Ambassador, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Always a pleasure to be on your channel. Thank you very much. You reach millions of people. And let me put it across to you very bluntly. What is it that makes India respected in the world? I'll tell you, ma'am, I've been ambassador to 6 countries, presently special advisor in 3 African countries. They look to India's democratic structure, its democratic institutions. We have 2 neighbors to the east and west. Both have had some form of democracy with interludes of military rule. We've never had that. They ask us, all across Africa, you know, Africa is the continent of coups, as they say. Then they want to learn from us, how have you done it? And I tell them that we have done it because of our institutions, whether it's the Election Commission, or it's the judiciary, or it's our parliament, or our civil service, ma'am, which is probably the best in the world. Now, let me put it across to you also. When I tell the African friends, and I go frequently there, that they ask me to explain to them how we take, well, I try and explain to them. But then some of them get up and say, well, but look, your own chap is saying all kinds of nasty things about the government. Who should we believe? I said, that's up to you to decide. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. So many of them come to India. Ma'am, let me give you a figure. 22 countries across the world have sought the assistance of the Election Commission of India, either in holding their elections or in learning from us how democratic elections are held. The first time it was done was in Sudan. I was your ambassador there, but that was much before my time. But Sukumar Sen, I think, used to be the Chief Election Commissioner, 1953. They sought our assistance in holding elections, and we taught them, and our Chief Election Commissioner actually went there. So what I'm trying to say, ma'am, is that we are respected. And this gentleman, I don't know who is provoking him or what his agenda, but the agenda is clear, to run down India. So I as a concerned Indian, forget the fact that I'm an ambassador, I'm an ordinary son of Mahabharati. And I'm so proud when I travel overseas, the respect which my mother Bharat enjoys. Why are you trying to damage it? Are you not Indian? Don't you feel any kind of regret or remorse in what you are doing? You have no proof. It's very easy to make allegations. Unfortunately, the law of tort, which means that you make false statements, is not very highly developed in our country yet. Had it been somewhere else, oh boy, he would have spent many years in solitary confinement reflecting over what he has said. So my advice, in case this message reaches him, is that forget the fact that we are senior citizens. I'm 74. I've been 52 years in diplomacy and counting. What I would request you to do, sir, is to, when you travel overseas, tell them about our strengths. If we have any weaknesses, tell us, and then tell us how to deal with those weaknesses. Simply saying, ye galat hai, ye kharab hai, ye wo. How does that help? You know, ma'am, remember one thing. You point a finger at me, and 3 are pointing back at you. So this is something that I wish he would learn. This kind of behavior is unacceptable in any society. Forget about the fact that we are probably in the world's most liberal democracy. We are racing ahead, and that seems to upset those who want to keep India in perennial poverty. Let me give you another figure. I'm an economist. The world this year, 2025, will grow about 2.3%. India will probably cross 8.5%. In Diwali, ma'am, we spent $70 billion. 90% of the stuff that was bought was made in India. Marriage season is now $100 billion. This is what is propelling the economy forward. You know, we are looking to be a developed country by 2047. Instead of giving us the support that the country wants, you turn around and say, ye kharab hai, wo kharab hai, etc., etc. No. I am disappointed. I would have expected much better behavior from this particular gentleman and his team around him.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast and providing us with your valuable insights.